Good morning, my darlings. This is Grandma Judy. I wanted to come to you this morning to tell you that last night I was reading the Willie Lynch letter, and if you really want to have a good understanding on why things are happening the way they have happened decades ago, centuries ago, I would suggest that you go to your YouTube and go to the Willie Lynch letters. Once you read it and everything, I would like your response to me on what you think could be done. This was a white man who was teaching white people how to treat us, how we can get each other to fight, backstab each other, talk about each other, where they will come in and be the victor. Willie Lynch, his name did come from what people would do to us called lynching. So if you can't read, and I'm not talking about you if you can't read, there's a lot of people reading the Willie Lynch letter. I want you to get a piece of paper, a pen, go to a quiet area, and sit down and see how they said that we should be treated, how we can have others who look like us fight us, how we can start a gender war where women hate women, men hate men, men are attacking the women, and then he's telling these people that they will always be the victors over us. This is something you need to sit down and read. I had heard about the Willie Lynch letter, and as much as I like to read, last night was the first time that I listened to it being read. Also, I want to tell you, Jawanza Kunjufu, excellent reading on raising our men. Also, I would like to tell the women, stop having babies for men that are not going to be there for you. If they're downing the single women, don't be a single mother. You have a choice. And I want to tell you, abortion is not birth control. And even if you have your birth control on order, it still does not mean that you're not going to get the deadly venereal diseases. Really have sex with your husband. That's who you have sex with, not the guy you meet at the club and you bring him home. Now, you people who are professional workers in the sex trade, that's your career. I'm not downing you. It's a career that I would not want. But people have to do what they have to do. But I know a lot of women who are in the sex trade, they don't get pregnant. They have their birth control, and as safe as you can have sex dealing with 20 or 30 men a day. I remember I was reading, this lady was in the Peace Corps in Africa, and she said she did use condoms. She was a white lady. She said, but for giving the guy oral sex, she didn't use a condom. Then she got deathly sick, went to the doctor and found out that she had HIV. She had picked it up just from oral sex. So readers are leaders. If you want to know how to deal with people, if you want to know the type of good people out there and the type of evil people out there, just read. Because most people who are starting a lot of mess and lying about things, they have mental issues. And I don't think any of us are psychiatrists or anything. There, they have to go to psychiatrists. My grandmother used to say most people become interested in the mental health because of their own, trying to understand their own crazy self. But I have enough to do to take care of me and myself. Oh, I have some good news. This summer, I'm going to Bali, Indonesia, to meet with my daughter, who I told you was in Spain. And we're going to stay there probably a couple of months. And while I'm in Bali, I'm going to run over to Chiang Mai, Thailand. All this investigation, my girlfriends and my friends have been helping me and sending me videos. Because like I told you, my working days are over. And I've got so many job offers to teach English, but the only reason I won't do it is because, like I say, I'm 70. I have been working since I was 13 years old. It's sometimes I don't mind volunteering, sitting down, but it's sometimes you just have to sit down. Now, I guess you would wonder why I would want to leave here. I've always wanted to live outside the United States once I got retired. This always something I wanted to do. I tried it in Acapulco for a while, but I had to return because I was only about 58 the first time I retired. And I think that was just a little too young. So I went back and I came back, and at the age of 61, I was hired to teach English to Spanish speakers. And I retired from that job, a second retirement. And now I don't want to hit a lick at a snake, if you understand what I'm talking about. I don't want to hit a lick at a snake. So by that, I'm trying to say I love YouTube. I love the internet because no matter where I am in the world, I can get on here and report to you on what's going on. One thing I'm going to tell you about Thailand and Cambodia and Laos, those areas over there, it is very cheap to live there if you have an income. I mean, over there, I can rent an apartment for $100 to $200 a month. Now, you know you don't get anything here like that. But you have to have an income. You can't have zero and go over there. A lot of young people are over there because they're teaching English and they're getting an income. But they don't pay very much over there like they do here. But they don't have to spend as much as we do also. But you have a computer in front of you. Investigate a place you would like to live. See what the cost of living is there. And some of you're really too young now to retire. But if you want to, and then there's so many laws too in other countries. You have to have a certain amount of income to live in the country. And if you're a foreigner, like if you're from the United States, or you have to put a certain amount of money in a bank account there. You have to have insurance. But everything is much cheaper in most countries outside the United States. You can see a doctor or a dentist or whatever you want so much cheaper than you can here in America. And all I have to say is you don't think you're too old to be checking into what and where you want to live once you become a senior citizen. If you live to become a senior citizen, it's no guarantee on how long we'll live. You can walk out your door and get a bullet in the head. You can get ran down by a car. You can burn up in a fire. It's just, you've seen all the different ways people can lose their lives. Dahmer, he just lost it, and he had to be, I'm sure he put a bullet in his head before he got burned in the fire. But, you know, for every action, there are reactions. Don't ever forget that. Watch how you treat people. Watch what you say to people. Because these people have relatives. They have children, grandchildren, and friends. That all you have to do is give them the word, and they will eliminate the source. But that's stupid. I think people who want to attack and everything do have a right to get on here and make videos and attack and signify. You really do. Because what it does, it lets the world know what you're about. You will never hear me come on here and complain about what this person did to me, what that person did to me, because I am too busy loving the few days, the few months, the few years, none of us know, that I have on this earth. And if I can't be good to people, I am not going to sit around and address people who want to lie on me, who want to invent stuff. It's too many good people in the world. I feel sorry for them because they miss out on the good people thinking everybody's out to get them. That's paranoid. I know that much. And I refuse to be paranoid. You're going to be my friend. Everybody's my friend. I love you. But when I find there's a little shaky and a little stinky there, I'm going to pray for you and ask God to keep you in perfect peace. I can't keep you in perfect peace. Go to your scriptures, read good motivating books, and that'll help you. Again, thank you for all the email. Thank you for all the phone calls. And you know Grandma loves you. And also, I want to tell you, I'm going to put a link, if I can find it, down here where you can get all the books that I've been buying on, audible.com. You can get them free with the words and everything. It's a guy has a website, which I will put his website down here. I just got through rereading or listening Siddhartha by Herman Hesse. Excellent to think, to wait, and to fast. So again, remember, I'm on here to speak what God puts in my mouth. I'm not on here to try to make any money. The Sense contacted me and said they liked my videos. They liked how positive I am. And personally, I'm not going to get a lot of views, and I'm not going to be able to make a lot of money for the homeless, which is what I care about. The homeless and the killings in Chicago. Those are my two main themes. Nothing else do I give a rat's tootie about. Nothing else. When people email me and ask my opinion on stuff, I'm going to give my opinion because I control my mouth. No one else do. I remember Tina said, what I eat don't make you crap. You take care of yourself. Do for yourself. Mind your own business. If you spend 100% minding your own business, that means you don't have any time to get in other people's business. And if you always think somebody's out to get you and talking about you and everything like that, you need to see a psychiatrist. Because sure, people are going to talk about people. But it doesn't make any difference because who signs your checks every month? Who pays your bills? You shouldn't give a damn what people think. Grandma said damn. But you know what I'm talking about, friends. You know what I'm talking about. So Grandma's trying to tell you, got these men up in the house. I think Miss Maxie made a video trying to warn you girls, don't be taking care of these guys. You can do bad by yourself. And be honest with you, you're not by yourself. If you get on the in YouTube, you'll see there are a lot of beautiful sisters who have left this country. And they're married to men all over the world. Now, don't bring these men back here because then they'll probably change. But they're married. I mean, white Americans, black Americans, Mexican Americans, they're not going to deal with the crap from their own men. They have just decided if you can't be with the one you love the one you're with. Love the one you're with. I married twice. And people always say, Grandma, don't you want to get married again? Been there, done that. Now I prefer working with the homeless, tutoring, and just being a grandma to you little sweeties on here. And that keeps me busy. I really wasn't too much into traveling anymore, but I haven't seen my daughter since we took a trip to Alaska last year. And we talk and talk on the phone and everything like that. But sometimes you gotta, meet in person. My daughter will be 33 years old on March 17th. Yes, I was an old mom. I was 37 and my hubby was 59 when she was born. And like I say, I was a widowed single mother because he died when she was 7 years old in 1987. And I know what it means to struggle and to make it. But Becky and I didn't have to struggle that much because I was blessed to have a job that I stayed on for almost 40 years. Nice pension. Then was able to get another job and stay on for 8 years. Nice pension. So I'm not hurting for anything. Not bragging, but I put the effort in there. I paid the cost to be the boss. Okay, that's all I got to say. Love you. Love you.